Okay, so Shalom. Man, I needed that rest, man. I needed that rest, man. That was a major rest that I needed. Okay? And um and I'm going to enjoy my night tonight, man. And this message, you might get it tonight, Saturday evening, which probably none of you are going to watch it tonight. I understand that because tonight's the night, okay? So this message will most likely probably not be watched tonight. Fine, I understand that. That's cool. But uh as for tomorrow, it's family day, okay? I've enjoyed myself so much. See, when you give the word of Elohim, right? The word of Elohim is um very troublesome, man. To do this work is a lot of turmoil and a lot of frustration. Why? Because you all despise the word of Elohim. That's why. So you all hate the word of Elohim because there is no disputing against the word of Elohim. And so therefore you all despise the word of Elohim with a passion. But I want you all to understand, I can't stop talking. Now, I needed that break, man. I needed that break. Now, next week, I'm coming with a very good message. Next week. It can't be Monday and it can't be Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday would normally be like the middle of the week. It's normally a slow day for me, but it can't be Wednesday. Okay? It can't be Monday. So it probably won't be Tuesday because I don't know, because Tuesday is the well, Tuesday's after Monday. It's just probably I'm still probably going to be in the mix. So might not be Tuesday. It might be Thursday or Friday or something like that. But next week is a really good message coming. Okay. Now, after next week, okay, next week meaning the week after tomorrow, which is tomorrow Sunday. So next week, I have one really powerful message coming next week. And then the week after, I'm going back to 2 messages a week. They're going to be random, meaning very likely not Sunday and Wednesday all the time. But it's going back to 2 messages a week, the week after next, meaning I'm going to bring 2 messages in 1 week. Okay, like I've been doing. So I needed this time off. There's one very powerful message coming to you next week. This is a one-way. There's one very powerful message coming to you next week. Okay? One very powerful message coming to you next week. And then after next week, I'm going back to 2 messages a week. Okay? So it felt really good to get some things done. Okay? In my personal life, to get some things achieved. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, okay, now, let's get into the message. So this message is titled, I just want to say this too. Whoever you are, right, well, I know who you are, but if you want to try to continue to see, it's not just my phone that's monitored. Now I know my wife's phone is monitored as well. Let me tell you something, right? You know who you are, I know who you are, and your organization knows who you are, right? according to the scriptures, I'm not saying this. This is not coming from my mouth. This is coming from the word of God. According to the scriptures, you're a dead man. And anyone who associates with you in your endeavors, you're a dead man. So says the scriptures. The scripture says that all slanderers will be destroyed. And there's also a judgment for busybodies, people that meddle in people's business. And there's also a judgment for people that despise their brother secretly within their heart. If you're somebody who despises your brother, specifically for whatever reason, right? You're also a dead man according to the scriptures, because there's no kingdom waiting for anybody that despises his or her brother. Now, for all you people that want to keep listening to slang, and also for you men and women that you despise that the word of God, and you get angry at the word of God, fuck your feelings. I don't care about your feelings. Your feelings don't mean shit to me. I keep telling you all that over and over and over again. But you come here to listen to the word because you want to despise me. You want to hate me. At the end of the day, I'm one of the easiest people to talk to in Philadelphia. I'm always seen, I'm always around, and I'm always accessible. Right? So there are a few people in Philadelphia, a few of you, that despise this Malak. I don't give a damn about your feelings. At the end of the day, the easiest way to solve this problem is to live your life, if you can somehow do it, and stop coming and watching my messages. It's just that simple. The word of Christ must be said. The word of Christ must be sought out. There are a few of you in New York that despise me. The same thing that goes for the people in Philadelphia goes for you as well. Okay? And I don't give a damn about your feelings either. The people in Atlanta, the people in Los Angeles, the people in Chicago, the people that are in New Jersey, the entire state of New Jersey. Let me say states. The state of New York, the state of New Jersey, the state of Pennsylvania, the state of California, the state of Georgia, the state of Texas, right? Because that's where a lot of my hatred comes from. Here in my own city, the two cities next door, the neighboring cities, New Jersey and New York, the state of Georgia, Houston, or I even got some hatred coming out of the state of Florida, probably just everywhere in the United States. Now, is this about me? No, it's not about me. I'm just a gray man giving the word of Christ, right? At the end of the day, right? But none of you are going to stop me. Just that simple, right? Now, I do have like I got some things that's in motion, and I sat down. I did a lot of bonding with my family, and I gave my wife a promise, and I'm going to carry out the promise. Now, this is the first time I'm going on social media today. I haven't been on social media in a week. I have no reason to lie to you. I have no reason to lie to you all. I have no reason to lie to you all. I have another device. That device is tapped and tracked and all of these things, right? And I didn't even download any social media content on my other device. I didn't. Now, you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. I have no idea what's going on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. Well, I never gave a damn about Twitter, but I have no idea. Now, the only thing is YouTube. I've been going on to YouTube. Why? Because there are other sermons from people in the circumcision that I've been watching. I go on to YouTube because there are sermons from other people in the circumcision that I've been watching. So that's why I go on YouTube. Facebook and Instagram, nothing that I gave a damn about on Facebook nor Instagram. And I want you all to listen very carefully to me, okay? If you don't want to believe me, then that's fine. But I want you all to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say to you all, okay? My additional page is called Torah Goon. TORAHGOON. Torah Goon. That's the only other page that I have. Now, I'm telling y'all this. Now, my slanderers are telling you that I have this page and I have that page. It's my slanderers with that page. It's not my page. I'm not following all of these people. If for that case, if there's anybody that I want to see, or if there's any celebrities or anything of that matter that I want to see, I can see them through Torah Goon. All I got to do is type in their name and just see them from that page. I told you the only other page that I have was a page that is for the circumcision. That's my page. Now, if you don't want to believe me, then that's fine. I don't have time to be making these. I don't have time for that. Now, it's whomever that's saying this, they're making the fake pages. And then they're, I don't know whether they're going into people's DMs or whether, I don't know what it is, but there's a whole lot of conspiracy shit against this malach, which is one of the reasons why I needed the time off, let alone some very awful things that were said in my DM. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I get a lot of business in my DM, because I would be lying to you all. That's a lie. I'm not going to act like, oh, I'm somebody. Everybody come. No, that's bullshit. I might get 1 or 2 DMs a week, if that. If that. 1 week, though, I got a few DMs for whatever. I forgot whatever message it was. But one message, I really made a lot of people, they probably want to put hands and feet on me. One message really upset a lot of people. This was about a month ago. And I actually had like 6 or 7 DMs. 4 or 5 of them threats. Well, no, maybe 2 of them threats, and the others just derogatory statements. And then 1 or 2 of them were just like questions, like, why do you blah blah this, that, and whatever. Right? I'm just preaching the word of Christ. That's all I'm doing. Okay? I don't have no fake pages out there. I'm not looking at that. I'm telling y'all right now. Tonight, this evening, if I actually do it, because tonight's tonight. Y'all know it's Saturday night. Tonight's tonight, right? Nice little event tonight and all of these things, right? So I might not go on it tonight. Now, I'm going on social media to post, to advertise this YouTube message. I was trying to drop it before everybody go out to the fight. Y'all still might not watch this message. That's fine. This message this YouTube message might have zero views. Now, we all know that I get far more than 2, 3, 4 views, far more than those views that YouTube has suppressed me to, right? Way more views than that, right? But they only say it 2 or 3 views. Nobody's more suppressed with views than me, right? Even my Instagram likes. I'm finding out that even my Instagram likes, it'd be 2 and 3 and 4. Hell, I think I'm good for at least 14 or 15, right? At least 14 or 15, right? But no one really cares about all of that. So I done talked y'all to death for 15 minutes about really nothing. So this message is titled, Don't Add or Subtract. Now, this is a pretty solid message. And like I said, I got one good, I want to reiterate to you all so you all can understand. Okay, I'm going to post this message tonight, which is Saturday evening. I'm getting it out before the event and all of that stuff. Maybe it's 2 or 3 or 4 hours. It might only be 6 or 7 o'clock by the time this message dropped. But many of you still will say, man, nah, we ain't got time for that today at all. So, it might not, this message might not be watched till tomorrow night, Sunday night. And some people can give a damn, can care less, might not get to this message until Monday evening after they come home from work and had their wine or whatever. Because some people might not give a damn about this message tomorrow night. Tomorrow, Sunday, people might want to go down to the seashore or something, go out for some ice cream. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day. But this message is titled, whenever y'all can get to it, I'm just dropping it now because I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy my day tomorrow with my family, Sunday with my family. And then I'm going into next week hitting hard, handling my business. And I want to say this, man. And I want you all to listen to this. This is for all of you on Instagram and all of you on Facebook. Now, if anyone, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. If any one of y'all, whether man or woman, you want to take it personally, then take it personally and kiss my ass. Right? Take it personally and feel however you want to feel. But this is for everybody across social media. Be more creative. Be more in tune with yourself. Don't worry about this malark. Be more creative. Right? Think about ways to create your content and be original and be able to be successful from being creative, from being yourself and being creative, right? Because all across the internet, people, you want to get attention by maybe saying something about this malark or whatever the case may be. That only lets me know that I'm more known than how everybody portrays me to be. So at the end of the day, I don't really care. That means the word of Christ is people are adhering to the word of Christ. They're listening to the word of Christ. And I'm thankful for that at the end of the day. Because after this message and after I advertise on Instagram, and I found a fake page too. I found one, at least I think it's one of the fake pages about me. I think I found one of them, right? I ain't going to get into detail or nothing right now, but I don't give a damn, because after this message and after I advertise it on my Instagram page, this device is going off again, and I can care less. And I'm going to go out next week and I'm going to be original and I'm going to be creative. And I'm going to handle my own personal business. My own personal business. Right? Anything that I see next week, I'm going to see it literally in person, physically with my own 2 eyes. It's not going to be on this device. You understand what I'm saying? So, plus, when my devices are on, it's easier to track me. I don't want to be tracked. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm trying to explain to my wife, she's a very hard-headed woman. I'm not going to say that, not lately. Lately, probably because, I've been giving her some of the things that she's been wanting. You understand what I'm saying? So, lately, she's been okay. But, for the most part, she gives me grief when I tell her certain things. Like, if I tell her phone is tapped, she doesn't believe it. Why? Because she's a carnal woman, and spiritual things must be spiritually discerned. But nonetheless, I love my wife. Most women are carnal, right? We got to keep at them. We got to keep at them and keep at them until they do the faith, until they comprehend and understand the faith. Because contrary to what all my slanderers say and all my gossips say, right? If she didn't care about me, the way I come hard-nosed and the way I put my foot down, any woman that didn't care would have been gone. You understand what I'm saying? But she knows that this book right here is a good book. She know that. She just want to do a lot of things for herself, and she wanna be a hypocrite like most people do. And Oh, yeah. But, and that leads to my message, because that's one of the things I want to speak about. This is going to be a good message. It's going to be a good message for the amount of time that I put in it. This was one of the quickest messages that I've made, one of the quickest messages that I put together, but it's going to be very good. The only reason why this message is going to be a little long because all the bullshit I just said just now. That's the only reason why I put a whole extra 20 minutes unnecessarily on this message, but I just wanted to speak because I'm in a good mood, right? And nothing is going to break me or the word of Elohim. Okay? Next week, I advise everybody to go ahead and go into their own creativity. And whatever you started with, and whatever, whether male or female, whether you be political speaker, social media advocate, congregation leader or speaker, or whether you deal in school systems, or whether you deal in jail systems, or whether you deal in podcasts, or whether you deal in whatever the case may be creative and stand on your own 2 feet and stand on what you solely believe in, and don't let go what you believe in. Don't concern yourself about this malak. Don't concern yourself about your neighbor next door. Don't concern you about your neighbor to the left or to the right. Don't concern yourself about your ex. Don't concern yourself about when you're going to get a future man, or a future wife, or a future husband, or a future whatever, girlfriend. Don't concern yourself with whether or not people despise you, whether or not people love you. Concern yourself with what you love. And whatever you choose. Now, if you don't love anything, then I don't know what to tell any of you all out there. But me, I know personally, I love the word of Yahusha. I love the word of Christ. Not only that, I love Christ, and I love Elohim. I love my Creator. And secondly, I love my family. And when people say, well, you don't love yourself, well, as far as I am concerned, I'm through with this world. Not that I'm broken. I'm far from broken. The only thing that can pretty much break me right now is Christ. But now, I want to talk about, there are people, what are these motherfuckers doing, man? Two Chinese balls. What's this? 3 Chinese balls. One of them got a little pistol on the side. Why you want to show his little pistol? I give a damn about him and his little 22 on his waist. Why did they have to park here? 3 Chinese motherfuckers. One of them got on a straw hat. You don't understand. I'm on a block. This doesn't make any sense. If you saw the block that I was on, you would understand. Really? Okay. All right. Now, let me I'm not even going to tell you what's going on right now. Don't worry about it. So anyway, Where was I at, man? Damn. I was about to make me a good point. I wanted to make a good point about something. But anyway, I just lost I was going on something real good too. Just be creative. And if you have to be strong. If there's a man or woman out there that is doing anything over social media, that's what I was going to say. So people want me to be, that was one of the comments in my DMs. Because I remember I never looked into the laws and the regulations about showing other people's DM messages. I don't know if everything in the DM is subject to privacy laws, even if it's from the opposing person, right? I'm not sure. So since I never checked on that, I'm just going to tell you one of the things. I got cussed out by a female. And she says that I'm never showing vulnerability. She says that I don't have to be fake strong, and I want to tell you, nobody cares if you cry. She says she thought I was holding in my tears. I had made a message, and for some reason I can't find that message. It was on YouTube. There's like 4 messages. I know one message YouTube took down because my radio came on and the lights flickered in my vehicle when I was talking about evil spirits. And YouTube took that down. Plus, not only that, it was just some things that I was saying about the mark of the beast. And that's how I know that one of the things that I was saying about the mark of the beast is true, because they took down 2 of those posts, and they only left me with 2. It was a 4-part post, and I forgot what it was called, but it was like 4 or 5 messages. So anyway, long story short, so there was one of the messages where I was on the beach. I went down to Atlantic City and I was making a message, and a lot of people had made the assumption that I was boo-hooing. But then, as toward the middle of the message and toward the end of the message, you could see that, when the light came in, the light from the phone, it was clear to see that I wasn't crying, right? And toward the end of the message, it was quite clear that I wasn't crying. So she made an assumption that I was holding in my tears because my breathing has gotten better, right? First of all, let me tell you one reason why my breathing was horrible. Because I had this thing for yogurt. I had to eliminate yogurt out of my diet. Not only did I eliminate yogurt, but I drastically cut down my cheese intake. Right? I never drank milk. If I drink milk, it's like almond milk. It's not regular milk. Right? A whole half hour of bullshit, right? But that's all right. The message is going to be good. I'm going to start the message going into the next segment. So now, as I said before, over and it's like when I was having that breathing problem, and it was very coincidental because a lot of the stress from my slanders and all of that, in combination to my frustration, along with, I had a very bad breathing problem at one point in time. At one point in time, I couldn't even I would have to go, and I would go like that, if you all can remember, right? And I'm going to do my best not to get back to that, man. I've been a lot more, just, and not really too much, like a little exercise here, a little exercise there, but nobody's racing with all of you all with the exercise thing. More so mainly just taking care of my life business and moving around and cutting out dairy. Y'all know I already was drinking a whole lot of water. You know what I'm saying? So just the cutting out of the dairy alone was a bit, and funny because I just had me a milkshake, right? I just had me a small strawberry and chocolate milkshake, right? So I got this thing with strawberry chocolate milkshakes, but when the last time I had one? Like a month ago. So this is like the first milkshake I had in like a month, right? But point is, I used to eat a lot of ice cream and I used to eat a lot of yogurt. And that just is mucus forming and mucus forming. Now I can drink all the water and take all the seed oil and do all of these things I want to, but if you're contrasting it with all of these unhealthy things, it's not going to make a difference. You understand what I'm saying? So the dairy was the problem. The dairy was the main problem. I was big on yogurts. Yogurts is horrible for if you somebody that used to smoke cigarettes, and then I smoked cigarettes for so long, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that wasn't really too much of the case. Just more so that yogurt, man. That yogurt was vicious, and a lot of people wouldn't even believe that. But anyway, let me go ahead, man, and finally, enough of that, man. Hopefully y'all not bored. Let me start this message. It is a good one. Shalom.